Have you ever wondered why so many people end up on dialysis even though they eat healthy, drink plenty of water, and follow every bit of advice they were told? You wake up believing that a banana, an orange, maybe a colorful smoothie is keeping you strong. Yet one day your doctor says your creatinine's a little high and suddenly everything feels different. Here's the shocking truth most people never hear until it's too late. By the time that number begins to rise, half of your kidney function is already gone, silently lost without a single warning sign. That's why I call kidney disease the silent thief. It steals your health quietly year after year while you still look perfectly fine on the outside. But the real danger isn't just medication or age or genetics, it's sitting right in your kitchen. The very fruits we grew up believing were heart healthy can, inside a struggling body, overload your kidneys with minerals and natural sugars that slowly push them closer to failure. What keeps one person alive and strong can quietly poison another. Yet nature in her wisdom always provides balance. For every fruit that burdens the kidneys, there are others that heal, protect, and even help lower creatinine naturally. They're simple, everyday fruits, no exotic imports, no expensive powders, just the right choices used the right way. I'm Dr. Johnny, and in the next few minutes, I'll reveal the 6 scientifically proven fruits that can calm inflammation, restore filtration, and give your kidneys the strength to recover naturally and safely. Because kidney disease isn't a life sentence, it's a message. And once you learn to listen, your body will show you how to heal itself. You see, the real problem isn't that people eat the wrong foods, it's that they eat the right foods at the wrong time in their health journey. After all, a banana or an orange sounds harmless, right? They're the poster children of healthy living. But here's the twist: when your kidneys start to weaken, those same good fruits can quietly become toxic fuel for a system already under pressure. Let me explain. Your kidneys are like 2 brilliant filters working 24 hours a day, balancing every mineral, every drop of fluid, every heartbeat you take. But once filtration slows down, every extra milligram of potassium, phosphorus, or sugar stays longer in the bloodstream like traffic that never clears after rush hour. The result: chaos inside your body that you can't feel until it's too late. Take potassium, for example. When your kidneys are healthy, it keeps your heartbeat steady and your muscles relaxed. But when those filters clog, potassium starts building up like electricity waiting to strike. One meal high in bananas or melons can push it over the edge, triggering dangerous heart arrhythmias within hours. That's not a scare tactic, it's chemistry. Then there's phosphorus. Food companies hide it in so-called natural fruit drinks to enhance color and flavor. The problem: that inorganic phosphorus absorbs almost completely, causing calcium to leak from your bones and harden your blood vessels. Imagine your arteries turning from flexible garden hoses into brittle pipes. That's what happens over time. And we can't forget fructose, the natural sugar in fruit. In moderation, it's fine. But chronic overload, especially from sweet juices or smoothies, turns into uric acid and free radicals that scar kidney tissue. A study in diabetes care showed that patients with high fructose intake experienced a 28% faster decline in kidney filtration compared to those who limited it. That's not a small number. That's an entire decade of kidney life lost. I once had a patient named Laura, mid-50s, fitness enthusiast, never smoked, never drank. She started each morning with 2 bananas and a glass of orange juice because she believed vitamin C was the secret to longevity. Her blood work told another story. Within 6 months, her creatinine climbed from 1.1 to 1.7. Once we swapped those healthy fruits for lower potassium options, her levels stabilized and her energy came back. She told me, "Doctor, I wish someone had warned me sooner." That's why awareness matters more than perfection. Because what looks healthy on the outside can silently overload the very organs that keep you alive. But knowing this alone isn't enough, because there's another factor far more dangerous that most people never see coming. And once you understand it, everything about your idea of healthy fruit will change forever. After seeing how healthy fruits can secretly push the kidneys to the edge, most people ask me the same question. So what can I eat, doctor? And that's where the story flips. Because nature always gives us an antidote before the poison, and one of the simplest, most overlooked protectors has been sitting in your kitchen all along: the humble apple. Now, don't let its simplicity fool you. One medium apple holds only about 195 milligrams of potassium. That's nearly half the amount you'd get from a banana. For kidneys struggling to clear excess minerals, that difference matters. But potassium isn't even the main reason I call apples the gentle filter. It's what's hiding in the skin, a soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin works like a sponge. It binds to phosphorus and toxic waste in your intestines before they ever reach your kidneys. Instead of forcing your body's filters to handle the entire cleanup pectin escorts that waste out the back door through your stool, think of it as giving your kidneys an extra pair of helping hands. Science backs it up. A study published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that people who consume 25-30 grams of fruit fiber daily maintain 23% better phosphorus control than those on low-fiber diets. That's not marketing. That's measurable kidney protection from something as ordinary as an apple peel. And here's where it gets even more impressive. Those same peels are loaded with quercetin and chlorogenic acid-powerful antioxidants that calm the microscopic inflammation-scarring kidney tissue. In one study from Free Radical Biology and Medicine, apple polyphenols reduced inflammatory markers by up to 35% in people with renal stress. When you eat the peel, you're not just eating fruit, you're feeding your kidneys medicine. Let me tell you about Maria, one of my patients in her 60s. Her creatinine had been slowly climbing despite medication, and she felt hopeless. Instead of changing everything at once, we started with one habit, one apple every evening, skin on eaten slowly after dinner. Within 3 months, her phosphorus dropped, her energy rose, and she said something that stayed with me, doctor. For the first time, I feel like my body's cooperating with me, not fighting me. That's the quiet power of consistency, not perfection, just one right choice repeated. And if you're wondering, yes, fresh matters. Whole apples beat juice every time. Juicing strips away the fiber, leaving only the sugar spike that kidneys hate. A whole apple gives you steady energy and gentle cleansing at the same time. So the next time you crave something sweet, skip the processed snacks and reach for an apple, not just because it's healthy, but because it's strategic. Each bite gives your kidneys a moment of relief they desperately need. But knowing how to relieve the kidneys is just one side of healing. Sometimes they need protection at the cellular level, a microscopic shield that guards them from inflammation and oxidative stress. And that shield comes from a fruit so small you could hold dozens in your hand. Yet its power is anything but small. You'll see why in just a moment. If apples are the gentle filters that give your kidneys a rest, then blueberries are the invisible armor that keeps them safe. I call them the Cellular Shield, tiny deep blue protectors working silently inside your bloodstream, guarding every fragile nephron against the real enemy, inflammation and oxidative stress. Most people underestimate them because of their size, but sometimes power hides in small packages. A half cup of blueberries holds only about 57 milligrams of potassium, practically nothing for weakened kidneys, yet it's bursting with anthocyanins, the dark pigments that give blueberries their color and their strength. These compounds are not just antioxidants, they're bodyguards for your kidneys. Here's how they work. When your kidneys are inflamed, microscopic blood vessels inside them become stiff, leaky, and prone to damage. Anthocyanins slip past the blood-kidney barrier and calm that chaos directly at the source, repairing the tiny filters that keep your blood clean. A landmark study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that blueberry anthocyanins reduced kidney-damaging cytokines by up to 47% in just a few weeks. That's not hype, that's healing proven in a lab. And science isn't the only proof. I still remember one of my patients, Susan, a retired teacher with rising creatinine, who loved her morning smoothies. We didn't cut out fruit entirely, we simply made one swap. Out went the bananas and melon. In came half a cup of blueberries 3 to 4 times a week. 6 months later, her filtration rate stabilized. Her swelling went down. Her blood pressure dropped slightly, and for the first time in years, she told me, "Doctor, I finally feel calm inside my body." That calm isn't magic. Blueberries gently improve insulin sensitivity, helping your body manage sugar without spiking at a crucial step for anyone with diabetic kidney stress. In fact, a nutrition research study found that regular blueberry eaters had 23% better long-term glucose control than non-consumers. Every small improvement means less pressure on the kidney's delicate vascular network. And let's not forget your circulation. Blueberries boost nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels, lowering systolic blood pressure by around 4 to 6 millimeters of mercury. That might sound small, but even a 2-point drop can cut kidney disease progression risk by about 7%. Little fruit, big impact. What I love most about blueberries is how accessible they are. Fresh or frozen, it doesn't matter. Freezing doesn't destroy the anthocyanins. You can toss them in yogurt, oatmeal, or just eat them by the handful. They're not just a snack, they're silent medicine disguised as food. Now, before we move on, let me leave you with this thought. If apples are the steady workers keeping your kidneys clean, and blueberries are the shield that protects them, then the next fruit is the healer, the one that helps repair damaged kidney cells from the inside out. And almost nobody realizes how powerful it really is. You're about to discover it next. If blueberries are the shield, then grapes are the healer. They don't just protect your kidneys, they help them rebuild from the inside out. It's almost poetic how something so small, so sweet can activate the body's own repair system. Most people know grapes for their heart benefits, but few realize how powerful they are for kidney recovery. Inside their red and purple skins lies one of nature's most remarkable molecules, resveratrol. It's the same compound that made red wine famous, but what it does for your kidneys is even more incredible. Resveratrol activates a family of proteins called sirtuins, especially one known as SIRT1, the longevity switch. When these proteins turn on, they help kidney cells repair DNA damage, reduce inflammation, and protect against oxidative stress. Think of it like flipping a hidden switch inside your cells that tells them, start healing. One clinical study published in Kidney International found that people with chronic kidney disease who consumed resveratrol, equivalent to a small serving of red grapes each day, improved kidney function by up to 22% in 6 months. That's not just stabilization, that's reversal, something once thought impossible. I'll never forget a patient named George in his late 50s who came to me exhausted, his GFR down to 38, facing the word everyone fears, dialysis. Instead of giving up, we built a plan: clean water, lower sodium, moderate protein, and 3 times a week a small handful of red grapes with lunch. 4 months later, his labs surprised even his nephrologist. His GFR rose to 47. His blood pressure normalized, and he said, "Doctor, I feel alive again." Sometimes the simplest foods unlock the biggest recoveries, and grapes offer more than resveratrol. They're packed with polyphenols, plant chemicals, that keep your blood vessels flexible and strong. Remember, your kidneys are nothing more than a dense forest of microvessels, millions of tiny tubes that filter waste. When those vessels stiffen, filtration collapses. Grapes help keep them open and elastic, improving circulation and hydration without straining your kidneys. There's another secret most people don't realize: grapes are 84% water, making them one of the gentlest ways to hydrate naturally. But portion size matters. Too many at once can raise blood sugar, especially if your insulin sensitivity is low. The sweet spot is small but powerful: 15 to 20 grapes 2 or 3 times a week, eaten with the skin, because that's where the resveratrol lives. And the darker the color, the stronger the protection. Deep purple or crimson grapes can contain up to 5 times more resveratrol than green ones. Whenever my patients ask how to choose, I tell them color equals chemistry. So next time you're tempted by a sugary dessert, reach for a handful of red grapes instead. You'll satisfy your craving and send a signal of healing to your kidneys at the same time. But remember, healing isn't just about removing damage, it's about calming the inflammation that caused it in the first place. And for that, nature designed a golden tropical powerhouse with a secret enzyme so unique it can break down inflammation itself. Stay with me, because what this fruit does inside your kidneys will shock you. If grapes are the healers, then pineapple is the fire extinguisher. It cools the silent flames of inflammation that quietly burn inside weakened kidneys. What makes it special isn't just the tropical flavor or the bright yellow color. It's a hidden enzyme that most people have never even heard of: bromelain. Bromelain is found mostly in the fibrous core of the pineapple, and it's one of nature's most powerful natural anti-inflammatory agents. While painkillers like ibuprofen can damage your kidneys over time, bromelain does the opposite. It reduces the swelling, dissolves inflammatory debris, and helps clear the protein waste that clogs the kidney's tiny filters. It works gently without straining the body's chemistry. A study published in Biotechnology Research International showed that bromelain lowered inflammatory markers linked to chronic kidney disease by up to 42% while improving overall renal function. That's a massive result for something that grows from the ground and not a pharmacy shelf. But the magic doesn't stop there. Pineapple is also rich in vitamin C, about 78 milligrams per cup, adding an antioxidant shield that neutralizes free radicals before they can damage kidney cells. Together, bromelain and vitamin C form what I like to call the dynamic duo. One clears the battlefield, the other protects what's left standing. Let me tell you about a patient named David. He was 65 with swollen ankles and rising creatinine that kept inching higher every visit. Instead of more pills, we made one simple change: half a cup of fresh pineapple twice a week, eaten raw with a little of the core. Within 2 months, his swelling went down, his blood pressure eased, and his lab numbers finally stopped climbing. When he smiled and said, "Doctor, I feel lighter," I knew exactly why. His kidneys were finally breathing again. And here's the part most people overlook: the form matters. Fresh pineapple carries the enzyme power canned pineapple doesn't. Heat and processing destroy bromelain completely. So slice it yourself, keep it raw, and even chew a bit of the tough center. That's where the highest concentration lives. Because pineapple is naturally low in potassium, around 180 milligrams per cup, it's safe for most kidney patients when eaten in moderation. Its mild diuretic effect helps the body flush excess fluid, gently reducing bloating and water retention without overworking the kidneys. Every bite is like sending a cooling wave through an overheated system, refreshing, healing, balancing. It's not a miracle. It's pure biochemistry aligned with nature's design. But calming inflammation isn't the final step. The real key to long-term kidney protection is restoring balance, minerals, hydration, and energy through rhythm and consistency. And that's exactly what the final fruit teaches us. It's a symbol of regeneration, strength, and perfect equilibrium. Don't miss this one. It's the quiet powerhouse most people overlook, yet it could determine whether your kidneys stay strong or slip into decline. If pineapple cools the fire of inflammation, then pomegranate reignites the spark of regeneration. It doesn't just soothe the kidneys, it helps them rebuild what's been lost. This crimson fruit has been called the blood of the earth, and for good reason. Its deep red juice is loaded with compounds that heal from the inside out. Inside every pomegranate seed lives a molecule called punicalagin, a rare antioxidant found almost nowhere else in nature. Along with ellagic acid, it works like a microscopic repair crew, neutralizing oxidative stress before it can scar kidney tissue. Think of it as sending tiny warriors through your bloodstream, patching the leaks that years of sugar, salt, and medication have left behind. Modern science has caught up with ancient wisdom here. A clinical trial in clinical nutrition found that patients who drank just 250 milliliters of fresh pomegranate juice a day for 3 months showed a 40% reduction in oxidative stress and improved blood flow to the kidneys. That's not folklore, that's hard data showing regeneration at work. I remember my patient, Mrs. Anderson, 72, diabetic for over 20 years, tired of watching her lab numbers worsen. We added one simple ritual: a small glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice with breakfast 3 times a week. Within 8 weeks, her blood pressure softened, her creatinine stopped rising, and her face looked brighter. She told me, "Doctor, I feel like life is flowing again." And that's exactly what pomegranate does. It gets life flowing again. Beyond its antioxidants, pomegranate naturally improves endothelial function, the health of the cells lining your blood vessels. When those cells relax, blood flows freely, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every corner of the body, including the kidneys. Better circulation means better filtration, the very foundation of kidney recovery. But here's the caution: not all pomegranate products are created equal. The bottles lining supermarket shelves often contain added sugar, preservatives, or even phosphates that cancel out the benefits. Choose fresh juice or eat the seeds themselves. Half a cup of seeds or half a glass of pure juice 2 to 3 times a week is enough to awaken the kidney's natural resilience. And there's a beautiful symbolism here: every tiny seed representing a new start, a new cell, a new chance for your body to repair. I often tell my patients, healing doesn't always come in pills. Sometimes it comes in seeds. Pomegranate closes the circle of healing, from cleansing to shielding, from repairing to regenerating. But don't go anywhere yet, because what ties all of this together isn't just what you eat, it's how you live. The rhythm, the rotation, the consistency of these 6 fruits can literally decide whether your kidneys hold steady or begin to fail. And that final secret, how to combine and rotate them for real-world healing, is what I'll reveal next. If pomegranate is the regenerator, then strawberries are the protector, the bright, cheerful bodyguards that stand watch over your kidneys every single day. Don't let their sweetness fool you. Behind that soft red skin lies one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory weapons in nature. 1 cup of strawberries contains only about 150 milligrams of potassium, gentle enough for people with kidney concerns, but packed with vitamin C anthocyanins and quercetin, a trio proven to reduce inflammation and strengthen blood vessels. In fact, a study published in Nutrients Journal showed that regular strawberry intake lowered C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation, by 17% in just 8 weeks. For kidneys constantly battling oxidative stress, that drop is like fresh air after a storm. I once treated a patient named Linda who battled both diabetes and stage 3 kidney disease. She loved desserts but always felt guilty. We replaced her cakes and pastries with a simple bowl of sliced strawberries a few nights each week. 3 months later, her blood sugar stabilized. Her morning swelling disappeared, and she laughed, saying, "Doctor, I finally found a sweet treat that loves me back." That's the beauty of strawberries. They satisfy your cravings without punishing your kidneys. They're light hydrating and naturally low in sodium and phosphorus. Fresh or frozen both work. Just avoid syrup-packed or sugar-coated versions that undo the benefits. Each bite of strawberry sends antioxidants rushing through your bloodstream, repairing vessel walls and calming the inflammation that silently damages your kidneys over time. It's small, it's simple, and it's powerful proof that healing doesn't have to be complicated. But choosing the right fruits is only half the story. The real secret lies in how you combine and rotate them, a rhythm of nutrition that keeps your kidneys protected, balanced, and strong. Stay with me, because next you'll learn exactly how to build that rotation and turn these 6 fruits into your nightly detox system. You've just discovered 6 simple fruits that can help your kidneys breathe again, not by magic, but by science, consistency, and care. Remember, healing doesn't happen overnight. It happens in quiet, steady choices repeated day after day. Every apple, every handful of blueberries, every cup of pineapple or pomegranate is a small act of love toward your own body. So here's my challenge for you. Start your 7-day kidney reset this week. Rotate these fruits, listen to your body, and notice how your energy, focus, and clarity begin to change. And if you found even one idea today that opened your eyes, don't let it disappear. Save this video so you can come back to it whenever you need a reminder. If you want more science-based, heart-centered advice to protect your kidneys and your overall health, subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell. I release new videos every week with the latest medical insights and natural solutions that truly work. It's free, and it could be the best investment you ever make for your future self. And finally, remember this: your kidneys are not broken. They're fighting for you every single second. All they need is for you to fight with them, to give them rest, nourishment, and hope. Your body is designed to heal when you give it the right support. I'm Dr. Johnny. Thank you for watching, for believing in your body's power to recover, and for taking one more step toward lifelong kidney health. Take care of your kidneys, and they'll take care of you for life.